Jordan Harris, logbook 8, with Jamie Kennard.
Right, can you name the skill or activity you were doing?
The activity we were doing was a futsal match, which is 5-a-side, 5 players on each team, 20 minutes halfway.
Right, can you name the objective of the session?
The objective of the session was to win the match fairly and to keep our shape and let the players come towards us, and then we attack it whenever we think it's right.
Can you quickly explain the shape?
The shape when we're attacking would be 2 and 2, so 2 players at the back, 2 players on the front, and if we're defending, we would defend as a diamond shape. We'd stick close, and the front man would be the man working, as you can see here. So the front man would be the one working, and the black colours are for when we are attacking.
Oh, that's fine. Can you give me the description of the main tactical requirements for the game?
The main tactical requirements of this match were to sit back and let the opposing team have the ball and keep the ball as long as they want, as long as they weren't doing us any damage, i.e. trying to score or putting us under pressure. With this, we could press the ball as a team, hopefully win the ball back and create a chance to either score or to enter the final third to create another opportunity.
That's fine. Can we have a conclusion of how the game went? Did you win? Did you lose? How did you play?
Well, in the game, we won the game, but it was a close game. But my coach observed me in the game situation. He was assessing how I was, how I performed under pressure, and in the best ways I could have dealt with the situation I was in. My coach observed me for the whole 40 minutes of the game, with 2 halves lasting 20 minutes each, no extra time. The match was between the people on the other team and the people I was playing. So it was Brighton B versus Norwich B, and this is futsal as well.
Can I have a conclusion of how the match went? Did you play well? Did you create chances?
The game went very well. I thought I had an average game. I have played better, but I really enjoyed it. I got a lot of chances to try and score, and with them chances created, I managed to score 2 goals and set up a goal. And this allowed me to help out my teammate because it gave me confidence, and as it gave me confidence, I felt like I was playing a lot better and I could help my team get through the game and win.
That's fine. Right, now I'm going to ask you some questions, and I want just a little example, and I want you to rate it 1 to 10. As I was saying, if you could just give an example of it and then rate it from 1 to 10, 1 being bad, 10 being excellent. So, do you understand the role of your position?
Yes, the role of my position is, well, I'm the back man, so if we're playing a diamond shape going forward, I'll be the one staying back to protect my players and to try and stop the opposing player from working throughout the field and having a shot. I could also inform my team and tell my team what positions to go to, what players to mark, and if they're not working hard, I can tell them to track back. Also, this goes for defending and attacking, so if I'm defending, I'll have to mark my man, also telling the players to mark their men as well. Also, if the players aren't working well enough, I'll tell them what to do, and if I wasn't doing my job, they'll tell me what to do, and there'd also be a keeper behind me to tell me what's in front of me and behind me.
Okay, can you mark this out of 10?
This would be, I would say, good 7 out of 10, as I understood my role and I felt confident doing it.
That's fine. Next point is, can you interchange positions? For example, can you switch from the back man to the front man to the back man?
Yeah, because futsal's a small game, it's a small pitch as well. There's not really positions because if you work as a team and you work really well as a team, everyone will be playing in every position, moving about. Because if you just stood there passing the ball between four of you, you wouldn't be able to create a good chance to score. So for this, you'd be moving about, creating chances, passing the ball. So if I was playing at the back, defending, next minute I would be attacking and probably shooting or scoring. Or if I was attacker, I'd help my team out by coming back and defending.
Okay, can you rate that out of 1 to 10?
I would rate my understanding of this question to a 8 out of 10, being good.
Can you distribute the ball over a short and long range?
As being a defender and having quite a powerful shot, I have good accuracy when it comes to passing long, and I manage to, if I want to do a long pass, I'm able to reach the people who the ball wants to go to. For example, if I was trying to keep the ball in a defensive situation and I don't want the other players to get the ball, I'd keep the ball at my feet, playing nice short passes with the other defender. But if I wanted to get us out of trouble, I'd play a long pass into the striker.
That's fine. Can you rate it from 1 to 10?
Passing is probably one of my strongest, so I'd give it a 9 out of 10.
Okay, that's fine. Can you mark, challenge, block and defend, head, control, receive, dribble, shoot, turn, cross the ball and communicate with teammates?
As being a defender, this is one of my strongest strengths, to be able to communicate, shoot, turn, dribble with the ball. As football is a small five-a-side game, it does include everything you said, so it would include short turns, communication, quick thinking, everything like that. So yeah, I reckon that's quite a good strength as well.
Out of 10?
I'd mark that possibly a 6 out of 10, so as it's only a 6, I would need to work on it.
Okay. Do you observe how the ball is coming to you and where your teammates' positions are?
I observed how the ball is coming to me. This would be such thing as, if I've got a man behind me marking me, I would look over my shoulder to see where my player is, to see if I could do a first time pass, or if I need to control the ball, play it back and make another movement.
That's fine. Can you rate that out of 10?
5, as I'm always facing forward towards play and I'm not very good with the ball behind me.
Okay, so some room for improvement.
Yeah.
Do you select the right skill to use? For example, the timing of a pass, getting the weight correct. Why have you made that choice considering the tactical objectives?
As being a defender, I would find the timing of the passes that have to be spot on, so it depends what situation I'm in. If I was defending, trying to keep the ball away from the attackers on the other team, I'd do short passes if the pass was on. If not, I'd go long to one of my strikers.
Could you rate that out of 10?
I'd rate that about 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10.
Okay, that's fine. Application of skills. Do you run and dribble with the ball, maintain possession and penetrate the defence, create attempts on goal, shoot and cross the ball frequently?
As a defender, I don't really have the confidence to run forward with the ball, so that would be one of my main weaknesses I would have to improve on. But to create attempts on goal, shoot, cross the ball, I adapt my body well and adapt my mind to how we're playing on the day, and I find that quite easy to do the rest of them.
Okay.
But no, on the other hand, yeah, that's the only weakness out of them.
Okay, can you rate this out of 10?
This would be a 7 out of 10.
Right. Training competitive situations, just quick mark out of 10. How good are you at choosing the correct action in the game?
In the game, I seem to make decisions, but they weren't as quick as they should have been. So if I was going in for a tackle, someone would have probably gone past me before I've even made my way over to tackle them. Yeah, but if I choose the easy decision, then that leaves the team with all the hard decisions to sweep up after me. I'd mark this out of 4 out of 10.
Okay. Are you able to see the whole situation around you, evaluate, and then make the right choice of action?
As being a defender, I'm quite back far on the court, so this allows me to open out my body, see near enough the whole court, and allows me to sort my other players out around me, put them into position. It can be a disadvantage as well because it can take too long to adapt to a situation that's happening, as they could be counter-attacking and I'm the only one defending.
Okay, you're out of 10.
7.
Can you decide quickly which skill / technique you're going to use, where, when and how you're going to use it, and why it was the best option?
Yeah, as I said before, as I'm a defender, I have to think about what decisions I'm going to do. So it makes me play with the ball short to feet, or I can either play a long pass. But it depends what situation you're in that will help you choose your skill and technique you're going to use. So like you could do a fake shot and then pass the ball and then get the ball back and have a shot and maybe score, or counter attack to get the ball, and then next thing you know you could be defending trying to win the ball back.
That's fine. Can you mark that out of 10?
6.
Okay. Last couple of sections. Do you know how to prepare instantly to move from attack to defence and defence to attack?
Yeah, my coach Owen Fisher works with us very well during training. So what we do 1 versus 1, then 2 versus 1, and then 2 versus 2, and 3 versus 2, stuff like that, to make us aware of it, how quick it can happen in a game. So if it's 1 versus 1 in a game, you shoot and miss, the keeper will catch it and then throw it straight back out, so it could be 2 versus 1 during a game. So it's always good to practice how quick you can move from attack to defence, as it could happen in a game without you expecting it.
Can you mark this out of 10?
7.
Can you move quickly from one system to another, or adapt positions when a substitute is used? So, for instance, using the top player as a side player whilst one player goes off and another player comes on.
Yeah, that's also something we worked on in training as well, but not quite with substitutes. But if it was a substitution and the one player is all the way over the other side of the pitch and needs to go off, as he was making his way, the other 3 players on the pitch would come close together and try and defend against 4 until the substitution has been made. But if the sub's not made quick enough and we're not thinking about what we're doing, it could leave us
vulnerable,
or it could leave us a goal behind or something like that if we're not thinking about what we're doing.
Can you mark this out of 10?
That would be a 6 out of 10.
Okay. Can you just quickly describe one strength and one weakness for the following? So, communicating with teammates.
A strength of communicating from teammates would be, for me, talking loud at all times so they understand what they have to do, and also when I'm talking loud, it's more of a chance they would hear me than if I'm talking quiet.
And a area of improvement?
Instead of just shouting at them, telling them what to do, talk to them, but if I'm speaking loudly, make sure I'm actually giving good advice to them, not just randomly shouting random words out to them.
Okay, decision making.
Decision making for me would be when if I go into a tackle, I'm quite good at tackling, so an early decision making would be for me to read where the ball is going to go and then put a tackle in as soon as I can to win the ball.
Okay, an area of improvement
would probably be an area for improvement for me would probably be let me think. Well, if I've got the ball at my feet and I don't pass it quick enough, then I'll get closed down and tackled. So for this, I would need to think quicker. Well, as soon as the ball's getting passed to me, I should already know what my next pass is going to be instead of controlling the ball, looking up and then passing it.
Okay. And last but not least, transitioning, so throwing or getting the ball thrown to you from a keeper and moving up the pitch.
Well, if the keeper's throwing the ball to me, this would be a good strength for me, as my first touch would need to be good to go forward. I wouldn't want to get the ball thrown to me from keeper, stop the ball dead and then start again. If the keeper's throwing the ball to me quickly, take a touch out my body and then hopefully create a good opportunity.
Okay, and just one quick area of improvement.
As I said, in my strength, the area for improvement would be if the keeper threw the ball out to me, I wouldn't want to stop the ball dead and start again, as it would slow the game down and it would bring pressure on us.
Okay, that's fine. That's Jordan Harris's 27.3 logbook 8. More to come. Jordan Harris, logbook 3. Can you name the skill or activity taken part in?
Logbook 3 is penalties. That's the activity of the game.
What's the objective of the session?
To practice and see how many penalties you can score.
Okay.
In 2 different ways. A 6-yard penalty and I think it's 10-yard.
Okay. Can I have a look at this diagram quick?
Yeah. So if this was a futsal pitch, the penalty spot is there. That would be a 6-yard penalty. It looks rather close on the board, but in real life it's still close, but obviously not as close as this. There'll be a keeper. There's the ball, and there's the person running up. So you run up from here. You just smash it as hard as you can to try and score in the goal. And the 10-yard penalty would be from around about there. As you say again, run up, smash the ball, because if you try and side foot in it, the keeper is allowed to come out, so there's more of a chance he'll save the ball.
Okay, that's cool. Can you tell me a description of the main tactical requirements of practice?
This would be like, if I was running up to take a penalty, I wouldn't want the keeper to know where I'm going, or I wouldn't want to make it look obvious how I'm about to strike the ball. So for this, I'd change my body language, like to how I'd actually run up and shoot the ball. So I'll try and do this as quick as I can without the keeper having a rough idea of what way and how I'm going to take my penalty.
Okay. Can I have a conclusion of how it went? How many you scored?
Yeah, the penalty taking went quite well. I changed up a few ways how I've done it, like techniques such as toe punting, side foot and laces. I used my laces to put my foot straight through the ball and hopefully just try and scare the keeper and score. Side foot, passing it in the corners, and toe punt would be just toe punting it to get more power to try and get it past the keeper.
The next part is the key observational features. So the first phase is the initial phase, which is the run-up. How do you approach the run-up?
Well, for my first penalty, as it would be 6 yards, I would run up with a slow pace, and as I'm about to run up and take my shot, I'd put my foot through it as quick as I can. So the keeper thinks, oh, I'm going to pass it in the bottom corner, but then I'm not. I'm going to be running through and striking as hard as I can.
Okay, the next phase is the preparation phase, so how far you're swinging your leg back.
Well, as I'm running up to the penalty, obviously, there's not going to be much movement in my legs because I'm running up really slow to the ball. But in a quick action, in about 2 seconds, my leg would have come back as far as I can and then just smash the ball as hard as I can to the roof of the net.
Okay, the next phase is the execution phase, so how far do you swing your leg forward?
Basically, I would swing half of the leg with full speed when I have my leg down towards the ball and shoot the ball as hard as I can into the roof of the net.
Okay, and the last phase is the follow through phase, so how do you follow through?
The left foot would be on the floor, and as my right foot's coming next to the ball, I'd follow through and I wouldn't stop dead. I'd keep my leg following through to get the full power of the and motion of the kick.
That's his. Oh, what about penalty 2?
Penalty 2 is that the
10 yard.
10 yard. Penalty 2 would be steady pace, run up a bit quicker than penalty 1. I'd lean back slightly more to execute the shot to allow me to get more power behind the shot and hopefully beat the keeper as the keeper is allowed to come off their line.
What about the execution phase? So how far would you swing through?
I would swing through just as much as I would with the 6 yard penalty, but I'd also get more power behind the 10 yard one, as I would need more power to get past the keeper. But on the way up to this, I wouldn't just run up and hit it. I'd do a fake shot first, and then I would try and make the keeper die the other way.
Okay. That's fine. That's Jordan Harris's 27.3 logbook. Harris 27.3 logbook 4. Can you name the skill or activity you were taking part in?
The activity is futsal, 5-a-side futsal with 5 players on each team.
Can you name the objective of the session?
The objective of the session is to break down the opposite team and attack as quickly as we can. So the objective of the session would be attacking.
Okay. Looking at your diagram here, can you just quickly explain it in 30 seconds?
Say if the keeper was here and they threw they had the ball in their hands, they'd throw it out or roll it out to the left back. This is the ball. So what they'd do is everyone would shuffle over or spread out to try and receive the ball. So the ball would go in, it would go out, and then it would move about. But at the same time, all the players would be moving, shuffling about, getting rotations in to try and create better opportunity to try and score. And then when they reckon the right opportunity is, one player run towards the back post, the person on the left will have a shot towards back post, and if it goes wide, it'll come shooting in. Nice and simple. What we try and do as well, we try and pass our way into the goal. If you start straight, then if you go straight to the goal line, there's less chance of you scoring. But if you hold the ball for a little while, pass it about your team, try and create better opportunities, you're more likely to come away with a win.
Okay, can you give me a quick description of the main tactical requirements?
The main tactical requirements of this session is our body awareness, make sure we're aware of what's going on around us. Don't have more than 2 touches on the ball, because if you do, you'll get closed down really quickly. The reason being is playing in the middle of the small futsal court, have more than 2 touches, you'll get closed down and tackled, might lose a ball, you might be able to keep it. Also, when you're passing the ball, don't smash it at someone, do a firm, confident pass.
Okay, can I have a quick conclusion of how the session went?
A conclusion how the session went. Yep. Conclusion was technical. Taking trying to drag a player out and look to create the next pass would be important. So making space and creating a better opportunity for your team to go and have a good chance of scoring would be good. Standing still, passing the ball between the team won't get you anywhere. Moving, passing, communicating and creating good opportunities is how you're going to win the game. Body awareness, so knowing what's around you is good. Don't bump into players, so this would mean that's a good thing for spatial awareness. Don't bump into players. Don't run off the pitch. Don't run into people. If you don't communicate between your team and yourself, you will not know who's behind you or what's around you. Also, you won't know what's in front of you to go attack the space.
The final part is the checklist, which will be uploaded alongside this logbook, and that is logbook 4 for 27.3. Harris 27.3, logbook 5. Can you quickly name the skill and activity as well as the objective of the session you took part in?
The name of the activity is futsal. The objective of the session is passing to create a better chance of scoring and supporting your players.
That's fine. Have you got a diagram?
The diagram would be, that's the ball in the middle of the pitch. There is a player there, and there will be a player marking him. So there's a player marking him there, another player there, another player marking, one more player here, that could be the middleman, another player there, and one player out here. So what we'd do is, the ball would be with this man here. As the ball's played to him, he would put out wide, do a ball straight down line to this player. He will join up with him or overlap him to get the ball back. As this man's tracking back to him, he's lost to his man. So as the ball's gone, everyone will push up together as a team to try and lose their men marking them. Another one would be if we are doing 3-1, there was players marking them. The ball was here in the middle. Actually, no, sorry, I got that one wrong. If there was one player there, one player there, one player there, one player there, and them two are marked. This player here would be here with the other player. All the red team would be doing would be passing the ball between them, up and down here, moving, changing about, rotating to try and create a better opportunity for the other players around them, such as moving up the pitch slowly with each other, creating, rotating, getting the ball in, passing it in and shooting.
Okay, that's good. For the next part, I will just need a brief description of the main tactical requirements for this session.
The tactical requirements of this session is communication. The reason being is that when we make the pass into someone's feet, we've got to tell them what's around them, what's behind them, if they've got enough space to turn, or they control the ball and pass it back. It is very important when you've got the hang of it to try and make it easier or try and make it harder for yourselves. If you communicate, football will be a lot easier to play, as you will be able to talk to each other, tell each other what you are. But if there was no communication, people would come out and tackle you from nowhere, and it could lead to injury or further or serious injuries.
Okay. And the final part is the conclusion. So how did the session go? And extract 1 as well.
Conclusion, taking care of the pass and the weight of the pass, making sure you realise the spatial awareness around you and around the player you're passing it to. So if he's got two players closing him down, you wouldn't want to pass the ball to him unless the players are far away and you know they're not going to be a danger. Also, the tactical conclusion was, when you communicate with your team, when you do this, you have to be aware of upcoming pass. So if you've got a pass coming from you, no one's communicated, it wouldn't hurt for you to look around your shoulder just to double check, see if anyone's coming. Futsal is a high tempo game, so don't make it become flat. So don't slow the pass down. When you receive the ball for the player, don't just stop dead. So if you stop dead, it will slow the pace of the game down.
And that is